Alright, we're back. We're doing this again, and this time, instead of Terra, we're actually looking at the Rime asteroid. So again, just to summarize what I've done, I've got a seed where I have deleted the entire starting biome in sandbox mode. And we're going to have to see if we can survive. So the strategy, again, is 3 Bionic Duplicates. So they obviously start with the power banks, that's good. They also, very importantly, start with a full tank of oxygen. So this will last them for up to 4 cycles before they start suffocating. That's critical for this, especially on the Rime asteroid. Because the thing about Rime is, it's very cold. And the starting area is warm enough for liquid water, but the cold rapidly increases with radius outwards. So you can see this tile here is about 11.3 degrees C. But now we've already got like minus 40 degrees up here. So it's fairly safe to say that every single bit of terrain that we're going to be looking at in this save is going to be like super negative temperatures, definitely enough for chilly surroundings. So I think this time what we're actually going to do is we're going to try not to release any gas until the last possible moment, because if there's no gas, the dupes shouldn't get chilly surroundings and the -5 athletics penalty. And what I've actually done this time, I printed the 2 diggers again, because we definitely need to just make sure that this is happening. They're all urbanites, and I'll give you the booster as well, so all the digging is on Sonia. And then Eduardo and Steela can get up to other stuff. I actually printed Steela with a suit training booster. And the reason why I did this is because I think the +5 athletics is going to be very relevant, especially if chilly surroundings ends up being a problem. It's also 8 microchips to make instead of 2, like some of the other boosters, like the research booster, the medical booster, the strength boosters. So we can make those a bit more readily available than this. And I don't think we're necessarily going to have to look at the soldering station immediately, so I'm not too worried about the electrical engineering skill. And again, if we really need it, we can just pick up the schematic skill to get this on one of the duplicates, and then that will work. So I think this is a decent plan. We're gonna, well, we're not gonna give anyone any hats. It's a bit early for that. But yeah, we have the 1.8 megajoules of power banks. So each Bionic Duplicate consumes 120 kilojoules per cycle. So in total, that's 5 cycles worth of power. And then we've got the gear bomb as well. Well, I don't think there's much else to do. Let's actually just deconstruct everything to start. I will set the priorities on here again. And we'll make sure that Sonia does the digging. And then I think what we want to do is, we don't have a researcher dupe. You can't print a dupe with a researcher booster. Otherwise, I probably might have. I don't know, maybe not. They're pretty easy to make. So we'll have 1 researcher and then 1 builder supplier. I think that's a good plan for now. And oh, we need someone to operate as well. You can be the operator as well. I want to make sure the researcher just has researching as a priority, so they don't get sidetracked with any other tasks. But yeah, let's actually just deconstruct all of this starting material, and then we'll get to it. Oh. I've done something slightly silly. I think I spawned too many power banks. Damn, we accidentally deleted this bit when we were setting up the save. But we have to deconstruct all of these tiles to actually get off this area with the printing pod. So that means we actually have to turn the printing pod off. This is obviously not amazing, but we really don't have a choice. And then once you've deleted this as well, we'll do this just so the nutrient bars end up down here. This was annoying me before. And now you can delete this tile, and then you're all gonna fall in sync. And we're down here. So, yeah, we've got granite, we've got a rust biome. We actually have a natural gas geyser immediately underneath us. So this is interesting because it is a source of heat. Obviously, it's not very high heat capacity because it's a gas. But it is something, and it is power if we get it hooked up for tech. But tech is hard to come by because you're lacking dirt. Oh, there's a chlorine vent down here as well. That's weird. That's definitely not useful. Chlorine's heat capacity is very low, and we obviously don't need the gas for anything at this point. But yes, you need dirt to do the research, and on Rime especially, the starting biome is not only a reasonable temperature, it also has all of your dirt and liquid water in it. It's a sandstone biome, just like on Terra. So we're going to face some very similar issues to what we had before. The main actual constraint, though, the main difference is there are forest biomes on Rime. So we should actually be able to find... We should actually be able to find something. Now, I think what I'm going to do as well is I'm just going to get the dupes to dig down here. There's a little bit of building material to start with. What do I want? Do I want to build anything to start with? Probably not yet. We need to actually dig out some metal. Well, the good news is there is some metal in here. So I think what we can do... We're probably not going to need the rust. I don't think we're going to end up doing that. So let's actually just come down here. There is some snow over here as well. What I really want to do, I want to preserve the vacuum so I don't get the chilly surroundings. So let's intentionally not dig out any gases for now. But this could be all the metal, and the dupes could get started on digging this right away, and then we can have a look and see what else we can find. And then let's keep having a look around as well. So we've got some hydrogen. Okay. One issue immediately is all of the off-gassable polluted water is polluted ice. So this won't off-gas, believe it or not. There's a tiny bit down here for some reason. The good news is it's cold enough that all the slime germs will die. All the slime lung germs. So we can freely dig these biomes. That is good. Now, I think what I probably want to do... I think what we want to do is get some gunk, set up a liquid lock before we do anything involving gases. Oh, the gunk's going to freeze, isn't it? If we actually have a look at gunk. So, gunk freezes at -8 degrees. So, I think it's very unlikely we're going to end up with liquid gunk either. There's some chlorine. Oh, God. Are we looking for ethanol or something along those lines? I think we might struggle. Let's also have a look out for dirt. That's a good plan. Okay, there is some dirt up there. There is a fair bit of dirt down here, because I think there's a cold forest biome that way. Where are we going to put the base as well? Do we want to have, like, a dedicated base yet? Where am I going to want to go? If we go this way, there is some coal. Again, we need tech for coal power, but that's another option as well. So let's have a think. If we come in this way, we can avoid off-gassing. And then we can come up here and we can have a look. I think scouting is going to be very important. Here's some algae. This is good. We could use algae to make some oxygen. I think this may be our main oxygen source for now instead of off-gassing liquids. Sorry, Eduardo, you're going to be a little bit not busy, shall we say. Let's put idleness on the diagnostics. Let's also enable proximity. We didn't do that last time. So that's going to be pretty important. Once we get in here, you should actually be able to dig a little bit more stuff. This is relatively easy material to dig, so I think I'm just going to get you to come in here. And then we'll just start immediately grabbing the metal, I think. I think that's going to be important just to have some building material. There's a little bit over here as well. But I'm very keen to not let the gas out. I'm going to have to try really hard not to do that. Also, I think we can pretty quickly actually come up here and get the printing pod up and running. Because we have a fair bit of building material. The dupes aren't going to be that busy. We do at least have the algae, so we can burn this for our initial oxygen. But again, I think I just want to set up a bit with a liquid lock. Is it going to be warm enough for the chlorine to actually evaporate? I really don't want to make a liquid lock out of chlorine. This is the worst material to make a liquid lock out of because the heat capacity is so low. Really, I think we're looking for ethanol. Oh, there's algae here as well. That's good. I think if we could get the tech, I think we're going to try and get the tech very quickly today. Because we're probably going to have the dirt. We just need to look for it. We should be able to explore a little bit easier just going through the slime biomes as well. So I think what I'll actually do is I'll get you to come in here and We'll turn on the germ overlay, but I'm pretty sure this isn't going to be a problem. Oh, the slime is going to off-gas. Right, let's not dig slime yet. Yeah. I realized it's fine. I think in that case, what we'll do is we'll do this. And we'll just do this to grab the algae, but we can't do that one. Okay. How long... Alright, bets. How long do you reckon it'll be before I accidentally off-gas something? I think I am actually just going to prioritize them doing this ladder. I think this is too important not to do. So, let's see. Something along these lines. Just to get it done a bit quicker. We'll fill it in a minute, I think. Before cycle 3? Oh, I reckon it'll be before the end of the cycle. There's no way. That is not something I mentally keep track of. We want this metal as well, for fairly obvious reasons. I think we could just do this. Hello, Kelwing. Hello, I'm still new to this game. What's the difference between this start and a regular start? Just a different asteroid. So, I'm doing a custom challenge. This isn't something you can find normally in the game. But we picked a Rime asteroid. So the Rime asteroid has a normal sandstone biome in the middle. And then it's surrounded by much colder biomes than usual. The difference is I deleted the entire starting sandstone biome. So we are scraping by on the margins of the map to try and survive. That's what we're trying to do today. This is not a good run for showing you what to do at the very start. Usually you'll have way more accessible resources than what we're doing at the moment. But I do have a YouTube channel where we've done lots of runs on similar asteroids. We've done a really good one on Rime, actually. On the side, looking up how to mod biomes to maybe see if there's a way to set up a mod to do this for any map automatically. That would be a good idea. I'm going to admit, I'm not amazing at coding, and I probably don't have a lot of time to set up a mod. But I think it's a good idea for a mod. I think it's an interesting challenge. And it should be pretty easy to do, because all you have to do is just replace all the starting biome stuff with vacuum. There's nothing else to do. So yeah, we can get in here, we can dig this immediately, we can dig that as well. And then I guess we'll just dig down from there. That should be fine. Oh, we found the brain machine. I don't think that's going to be relevant. Oh look, actually, we found some warm polluted water. Why is this warm? Hold on, let's have a look at this. Why is this warm? This probably isn't going to stay warm for long. The good news is I think the CO2 is low enough in here, it should just accumulate some polluted oxygen on its own. We can come back for that later. But I'm beginning to think that's not even going to be that important because we're going to have a lot easier access to algae this time. I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to build some tiles. In fact, you know what I might even do? I might even literally set up a room here with just the tiles, have the dupes gunk themselves in this room, make a gunk liquid lock, and then just have this be a vacuum insulated, warm oxygen room. And maybe that's where we start doing all the stuff. Maybe we actually do just build everything by the printing pod this time. And then we could use the research bonus as well. Maybe. You got the environment set up for another mod idea, but never went anywhere with it. Mod to show progress to next attribute level when gaining static speed. Doesn't it exist? I feel like I've seen the Max Not Binary playing with that setting. You're gonna have to dig that, sorry. Oh, you could dig... Oh, we screwed up on that. That's fine. You know what? I'll put a ladder here. No. I'll put a ladder here, and then we could dig the rest of this as well. That seems good. Maybe, but I didn't search. Maybe I didn't search for the right keywords, so I couldn't find one. I mean, to be fair, I've never used it, and it might not do exactly what you're talking about, but I remember it being very useful. But yeah, here's the forest biome. This is very important because it's full of dirt. We need dirt for research. The starting sandstone biome is very large on Rime, I will say as well, and usually that's where all your dirt is. But dirt requires a lot of research. Research requires a lot of dirt. It's 50 kilograms of dirt per research point. And remember, when you mine it, you lose half the mass. Oxyferns aren't going to do much. Not if we don't find a water geyser. I'm actually quite glad we haven't immediately found a water geyser. I mean, there is water. We actually have a reasonably warm ocean biome as well. That's interesting. This isn't quite as homogeneous temperature-wise as I thought it would be. I thought we were just going to really struggle to get any liquids. I don't know. It's difficult to say. Right, schedule. You know what we're going to do. We're just going to set the 5 downtime, and if we want to make a booster, we'll just do that right away. We found George! We definitely can't do George today. No carbon dioxide source? Well, you don't know that. We might find a carbon dioxide vent or something. Also, there is coal in these biomes. These jungle biomes. So we can do coal power. I feel like this is definitely going to be possible. Obviously, I'm going to play it out today, and we're going to make less mistakes than we made yesterday, because we did make a couple of big mistakes. I think keeping the vacuum is really important, though. We have to do that. If we don't do that, I think the athletics penalty kills us. Right. What's the plan? So, what I could do... Do I just want to... I think I literally just want to build this vacuum room. I think that's the main thing that we're going to want to do. So I'm going to stick... Let's see, hold on. And the reason it's going to be a vacuum room is because... You know what, actually, this is fine. We don't need to be overly fancy with this. We want as little conductivity as possible as well. We could do this for now, I think. Yeah. So what we'll do is when the dupes... I'll make sure that the dupes come up here to gunk themselves. I think that's a good plan. Hello, Neo. Yeah, definitely a good time for the cold emoji. Yeah, let's see what we can find. There's lots of ice. Right, you're a bit bored now. That's okay. So you can dig that algae as well. We do want dirt. There's a load of dirt, and that's really easy to get. Okay, good. We do need to make sure... Oh, we got a bleach stone tile. Is the bleach stone not off-gassing? Why is this not off-gassing? Is it because it's too cold? It might be because it's too cold. I honestly forgot about that. I'm going to tile this. Do the tiles themselves off-gas? I don't think they do. No, they don't do it. I'm glad... Yeah, I'm glad you confirmed that. I think I did know that, but... I remember that off-gassing when it's too cold is a bit of a weird situation as well, so I didn't want to second-guess myself. So this means we can leave the bleach stone tiles exposed. That's fine. I'm probably going to not expose them just out of habit, unless we have to. That's iron ore as well. So let's keep going this way, and then I think what we'll do is we'll just literally go up here. And we'll dig all of this out. So, good news, we're not going to run out of dirt. Finding the POI has been very helpful in this case, and maybe we'll even come up here, we'll see. Good. Now, all of this... I feel like what I have to actually do, once we get access up here, I'm going to have to just make sure that we build this immediately, because I need to make sure, no matter what... that the dupes gunk themselves in the area of our construction, because otherwise it'll be too cold for liquid gunk. Will the gunk freeze if it was on Abyssalite tiles? Probably not. We could lead them down here, maybe. But I think we can still do this. I am just planning on setting up stuff generally in the vacuum to avoid chilly surroundings. That is definitely what we're going to do today. Also, let's have a look at their gunk. So, they take 4 cycles to fill up with gunk. I'm pretty confident we can do that. Right, well, I think we're going to be okay then. But what I'll do is... Actually, you know what? Let's start off on the right foot. If we do something like this, we can start making a big room right away. And we can start filling this with stuff. Now, do I want to make this a big room so we can fit big buildings in here, or do we just fit the big buildings up top? We could actually, you know what we could do? We could actually just make this a little room. Maybe, just to get it built faster. We can expand it out pretty easily once it's built. Yeah, let's do that first. Oh, there's gas in here. We don't want to actually connect into here. That's true. Okay. Let's keep digging all of this. Fertilizer, I don't think is going to be relevant. So, we do want to dig all of this out. I think if we come down here... I think what we'll do is we'll just dig through the ice to make sure we can actually get to all of this. Oh, it's actually just another sandstone biome. So this is a good thing about Rime as well, is there are just sandstone biomes. Okay, so we do have plenty of dirt, we do have plenty of algae. So in theory, survival should be fine, but it all depends on us not accidentally releasing a gas. That's very weird to think about. Okay. I'm feeling good about this. But yeah, this really just goes to show how much harder it is on Terra because of the lack of a starting sandstone biome. It's not just the POI here, it's the fact that we got the biome. Just not having the dirt available. Because we could go into the jungle biome and get the algae. That was okay. But yeah, we got loads of resources now. I probably don't even have to go that far into this. I mean, I will... because there's lots of good stuff here. In fact, I think what we'll do is we'll just come down here, we'll grab all of this. I mean, we can keep going for ages. We'll get someone to keep digging down here. But we have to build the tiles, I think, to keep it a liquid environment, because we're not going to find any liquids that won't freeze in here. Unless we transport massive amounts of mass. Oh! When we're building the tiles, they're getting built at -40. Okay, that kind of ruins the whole plan. I don't know why. I thought we were going to build the tiles at 45 degrees. Didn't that used to be a thing? Oh, is it just actually being built at the temperature of the material now? No, because the material is at 20 degrees. That's weird. Okay, hold on. Right. Cancel this, then. Let's still actually build the printing pod bit. But I don't think we need to worry about this. I think the best plan then, because for some reason the polluted water up here is hotter, I still think this is going to freeze eventually. I think what we'll need to do is we'll just actually need to find some Abyssalite, make the liquid lock on the Abyssalite, through the Abyssalite. And then we have access to our gas zone. So we need to find a relatively wide bit. This looks good, because what we could do is something along the lines of that. Yeah, if we do that, we should be able to gunk this just fine. Yeah, I like that. And then what we can do is we can actually fill this bit with gas, and we can just build inside this rust biome. Okay. It should come out at the temperature of the material unless it's over 45 degrees, and it comes out at 45. Yeah, well, these are just coming out cold. Everything was coming out cold, even though it's a vacuum. So, yeah, that plan won't work. But we still want access to the pod. I think prioritizing earlier access to the pod is important. So we've still got until we get to about cycle 4. So I'm going to keep harvesting the algae for now. The main issue, again, is going to be strength. Hauling stuff. We really want to print a dupe, or we really want to make a strength booster. Also, I suppose what we could do at the moment is we could still dig into here and start actually making the base in here, couldn't we? Because we don't need a door here. We'll just need to seal this bit. There's a big old carbon dioxide pocket in here, but that's okay. also want... Let's see. Yeah, we also want this algae here. So let's dig that. Let's come over here. I will think about the other stuff later. I do still want to actually just look for geysers. Okay, we found a cool steam vent. So that's water and heat there. That's interesting. Okay, you know what? Actually, just leave this for now. We have enough resources here. Focus on the other bits again. Yeah, build that tile. Okay, so the pod is now active again. That's good. So we get a print in 4.5 cycles. I don't think we're going to build anything up here after all. I'm going to deconstruct this stuff as well. That was a failed experiment. Oh. Yeah, alright. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Build a ladder here. You know what? Actually, just ladder down here. We're gonna have this ladder be here permanently. So you may as well go ahead and ladder down here. Again, you're gonna gunk yourself around cycle 4. So the timing of this is going to be a bit weird. We're gonna have to get the algae down here ready. So perhaps what we do is we put a storage bin in here and we start hauling the algae. We'll need to get the... I'll dig this metal out as well, because it's easy to access. Don't dig this tile yet. Yeah, keep digging this. Just do some building for now. Let's just sort this area out. We'll have an actual base this time, with a view. I do like how aesthetic it looks, just having the massive vacuum void here. I think it would actually be quite interesting having an asteroid with just massive voids in it, as opposed to Badlands, where it's all rock. I think that'd be another interesting challenge setting. Oh, we found a nosh bean. Weird. We can ladder for quite a bit down here as well. Also, there is just some oxygen down here. Once we get the gunk, we can actually just release that oxygen. Now, that's a carbon dioxide bit here. So what I will do is I will make sure that we dig this, and then we can tile this preemptively. Let's keep building the ladder. I obviously not gonna do... I'll do it up to here. What happened to this asteroid? I deleted the starting sandstone biome to see if we can survive on Rime without the starting sandstone biome. And the answer is yes, and it actually seems easier than doing this on Terra, because we have access to other sandstone biomes that have dirt, which is critical for research, and algae. It's all very cold, but so long as we maintain a vacuum, the dupes aren't getting cold, because they're not actually conducting any heat with anything. And because they're Bionic Dupes, they can last like this until cycle 4. At which point, we will have to get some oxygen somewhere. How are you not calling this a donut asteroid? That's a good idea. You could call it the donut asteroid. Because it looks like... I guess it looks a bit like a donut. And the gap. I don't know. I'm not seeing it. The issue is... The oxygen is going to get chilly if it's not in a big Abyssalite zone. This is a small Abyssalite zone, but it's not complete. I would have to maintain this as well if we were going to do that, so maybe we do maintain that for now. But we definitely can't insulate this. Because it's not going to be surrounded by... It's not going to be surrounded by vacuum, and it's not going to be surrounded by insulation. The chlorine vent is hot. I mean, we can give it a try, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. Maybe what we actually have to do is we actually have to set up the chamber entirely within Abyssalite to make sure it stays warm. Because we don't actually need any gas anywhere else other than the oxygen room. So I'll tell you what, let's actually go over here and wander over here quickly. You need to actually dig this to do that, don't you? Yeah. Do that, we'll have a look. I'm a bit worried I'm wasting their time now, but I think once we actually find a place to settle, we'll have the resources to do it. Maybe over here. The thing is, finding a 5-wide bit to put a proper liquid lock in that we can then descend from is going to be tricky. Because the main thing I'm trying to avoid at the moment is the chilly surroundings. We have oxygen, but as soon as they get chilly, they're not going to be able to move anywhere. See, there's loads of oxygen down here. The problem is with this oxygen is it's all cold. We can't necessarily heat them up unless we get a space heater, and then we're wasting a load of power on that. Maybe it's worth it. We have coal. There are things to consider. This looks like a big chunk of Abyssalite, though, so I think we should be okay doing this. Is there more metal I want access to over here? There is. Okay, I'm going to tell you to keep digging this out. We just do want building materials. Once you get the canister filler, you don't even need access to gas room, yeah. Yeah. But getting the tech in a timely manner is going to be a challenge. Right, okay, so we've got a big blob of Abyssalite here. So here's what we can do. So let's think about this. What we could do... Okay, so that formation works. I just need to move it down a bit. So something like this. And then, okay, this is good, because then we can actually just fill up this whole bit with oxygen. Okay, I think this is what we actually need to do. Just at the start. We can't do that one. Our base is going to have to fit into this squiggly gap. I think we'll be alright. I'm just trying to think about the sizes of the gaps. There is actually a decent amount of real estate in here. Well, I mean, there isn't, but like, it's technically good enough for what we need to do. The only thing is, we're going to need to dig that, and that means I'm going to have to put a ladder here. Yeah. We'll need to do that. Okay, but that's fine. And then what we could do as well is there's lots of dirt in here as well that we can excavate for research, so I'll get someone to do that in a bit. Right, so because this is Abyssalite, we should be able to do this with technically any liquid. So it doesn't have to be Gunk. Are we gonna get to a liquid we can move sooner than that? I mean, there is a load of salt water here that's relatively hot. That has a lot of heat capacity and that won't off-gas. I think, actually, that is what we do. We'll come in here and we'll pitcher pump the salt water. Because we can get in here, we can tile these gases pretty easily. Okay. I think this will be possible. So I'm going to cancel these now because we need the dupes to focus on the remaining tasks. What else do we want to do? Because we've got an idle dupe now. Storage bin. Start shuffling algae over, because there's no algae here. We definitely need to move the algae over here. So I'm just going to tell you to put the storage bin here. And then you can start shuffling it very slowly. Well, I'm pleasantly surprised. I thought this was going to be a real nightmare, but I think this should be at least possible. And it might even be easier than last time. The main quirk is definitely going to be fitting everything in here to start with. Because we do just need to make sure our gases are insulated. Now, there is more space up here. That's good. This is going to be the weirdest shaped base I've ever made. The key thing to look out for is 3x3 blocks as well, where we can fit the researching stuff. Well, I mean, do we need to build a lot of things in this space. I'm not sure. Oh, that's coal there. Okay, so maybe we leave it there for now. Let's see what we actually need to do. So, bottle emptiers, yes. And then we need to start actually tiling this and pitcher pumping it. I'm trying to think of if there's a way to get oxygen out of these bits or whether that's even necessary. I think... Oh, there's a load of algae here as well. We could... I think it would be wise to come up here separately. Yeah, we could do that. We could come up here separately. Build a ladder here. And then probably just dig this. And then we can just dig all of that. Because that's nice and close to us. Yeah, that'll do. The thumbnail is definitely going to be this janky base. So long as we don't release any gas. This is actually a vacuum pocket here. They already just dug it out. I'm pleased we're doing something actually unique today. But yeah, nobody's ever... I don't think I've ever seen anyone actually do a challenge like this. Is there really no closer liquid than that? I don't think there is. Obviously, we're not making it out of chlorine. I'm just impressed we've actually kept the vacuum. You know how fragile vacuums are. Yeah, good thing we gave you both the Dean boosters, because otherwise this would take you a long time. The Abyssalite is a nightmare to dig. Only thing I've seen is starting on an asteroid with no gas or vacuum. Yeah, that's true. Again, this oxygen shouldn't conduct heat with anything. And the only debris in here will also be Abyssalite. So I think that should be fine. You're starting to move some algae over. That's okay, I guess. The fact that we've actually got a big lump of algae here makes this a lot easier too. So we probably didn't need to excavate all of that metal. There's metal here as well. Right, let's think about what we want to do. So... rooms are going to be annoying. Let's put a manual generator... Oh, hold on. We have to make this the proper blueprint. Manual generator there. Battery here. What materials are we making this out of again? Iron, right? We're making all of this out of iron. That's the nearest metal. So that could go there. I think I'm just going to put the oxygen diffuser here, right by the front. There we go. Actually, do we have a neutronium battery? No, that's fine. Okay, and then this could go here. To start... actually... Ugh. I think this is going to be the constraint now. Unless we get the dupes to just gunk themselves. I'm not sure what's going to be quicker. It was 100% space exposure with 3 regular dupes as starting dupes. Oh god, who did that? That sounds awful. We're still shuffling a bit of algae. That's fine. I think Sonya is going to be the constraint on a lot of this, unfortunately. We can dig the sand out pretty easily. There are some gases in here though, so I should avoid those. Was that the Oops All Doors run? Some random YouTuber who did a ton of ONI challenge runs. Cycles redone and kept the vacuum. Hey, you're right, we did it. I mean, well, we haven't done it yet. Tabi Eurocode. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, they've done some crazy things in a good way. Oh no, Sonya slipped. That's fine. I'm gonna need to dig this tile too so we can build that, delete that gas. Right, you know what? Schedule-wise, sorry guys, I'm leaving downtime till the next cycle. You're here. I don't want you to keep running over the whole map. That is probably the thing that is actually going to get us killed, is the dupes running around and being very silly. We don't actually need the morale yet. And they don't actually need to take a break yet. So says I. I'm going to want you to dig this too, just to do it a bit easier. You may as well do that while you're here. Yeah, you're not idle. You're going pretty slow, but you're at least actually building everything. We do need to definitely disable this, because I do not want you putting algae in here yet. No work, no breaks, no gunking around? Yeah, okay, there you go. I'm actually going to interrupt you and make you build this last. Just definitely build the... Oh, that's not how it works, apparently. Okay. Well, just don't run on it yet. These definitely need to be priority 9. Okay. We're going a bit quicker today. We're going to get more stuff done, I promise. The only issue is now we're reaching the point where their oxygen's getting low. So we've got to actually do this before the end of the cycle. Which I think will be possible, but... gotta get the liquid. How is the gunk situation? Yeah, you're going to run out of oxygen before you gunk yourselves. That's what I mean about the timing on this being a bit tight. You can charge the battery now if you want, though. Okay, and the let's see, yeah, the power banks are all down here, that's fine. Yeah, eat your power banks. We have accumulated some polluted oxygen in some of these rooms. That's good. I think it'll take a while for this water to actually freeze. So there's a good oxygen stockpile in here too. The main thing is we just have got to make sure they don't keep getting chilly surroundings. The other thing is, I'm not sure whether chilly surroundings goes away if you're in a vacuum or not. I suspect it probably doesn't, because the dupes can't actually warm back up. So that is going to be a challenge. Now, it is very possible that one tile of gas across the entire map is going to be so thin that it's not actually going to have a meaningful effect on conductivity. So perhaps I don't need to worry about this so much, but I think we're still going to do this anyways, just to see if we can. We have the algae, we have the diffuser, this is not going to be urgent. I think what this means now, actually, if I leave that tile there, I think I can actually dig in here. Deconstruct this. But I'm just going to yellow alert that now. And then we can put the pitcher pump here once you've done the dig. So just get the dig done first. What if it drops low enough to get to let the gas out? It won't. We're only going to get a little bit. And also, this tile's here. We got 300 kilograms of liquids. Actually, you're right. That could drop down there. I'm going to have to get you to dig this one first. And then I'm going to have to get you to yellow alert build a tile here. Good spot. If we had that, if we kept that tile there, we would have been alright. But then the issue is we'd have had to dig a lot more of this Abyssalite to build the pitcher pump. So I think we do need to do this first. I mean, Sonyar can build stuff at a push. I'm happy to get you to actually run on this generator as well if you want to. Right. So I need you to do this first. We've now got the curse of the yellow alert, so I think what I need to do, disallow building. Sonya can do building, and then I'm going to move you up here. And that should ensure that you do the build. No? I'm going to have to tell you not to dig, aren't I? Right, okay. And then cancel that, and then do this. So you should be doing this now. Okay, so make that out of... I'm going to have to reset this later as well. Make that out of sandstone. This does have to happen very timely. Right, okay, now we change the priorities back. So you do the digging, and then you do the building. So now let's actually get you to come back down here and do this. Can I get you to just build this platform while we're here? That would be good, wouldn't it? I'll get you to dig this tile too, and then you should just be able to do that. Oh, I love it when I can make the dupes work just because they have to, because they don't have anything else to do. Right, that's... okay. Oh, you're not going to build this now. I think I have to do the... Right, granite. I need to make it out of granite, specifically. There you go, now you'll do it. Good. Now I need to make sure that the other dupes don't build it. So I need to cancel this and build it again. Oh. Okay, well, it's a good thing we have more granite there. Why? Oh my god, why are you yellow alert? Why are you supplying this? There's got to be a better way. Right, now Sonyar's gonna do it. Good. Okay. We figured it out. Right, okay, there you go. I don't normally micromanage dupes this much, but I think it's necessary at the moment, because if we don't do this, they are going to suffocate. Right, so now we can get some salt water. And now we can actually dump salt water in here. Enable auto bottle, yellow alert. I want you to immediately drop what you're doing and do this. And then we should be fine. Steeler can keep running on the wheel, that's okay. I think this has not worked out well. Are you now going to go... I think you're going to go grab enough for both. That shouldn't have happened. At least prevent the other dupes from getting a task. No, I think this will be fine. I probably should have micromanaged that as well, because they're all just running around now. The pump can only have one dupe in the way at a time. Yes, that's true. So it is only going to be one dupe. Oh my god, is this actually going to be what kills us? The fact that we made Eduardo and Sonya swap. That would be so stupid. Well, I think I'm just going to speed it up, because there's... Is there anything else I actually want to do at the moment? Not really. Well, we could set up the station. the stations. So we can put the research station in. I need to save a 3x3 spot for the supercomputer, so I think that's probably going to go there. So I think what we'll do is we'll put the crafting station here. There you go. Oh, we got a print. Okay. Oh, we got a Bionic Dupe. Okay, this is good. Now, they're not a builder, but this should still be fine. We can get them to do other things. Maybe we make Ulti the digger. There is also Hexalent just to troll us. Okay. Let's print Ulti. That gives us more power banks as well, so that's good. But we need to sort out priorities again. So, I think I want the digger to be able to build. That seems like it's going to be important. So how about you do the operating and the cooking? Not that we're going to have any cooking going on. That seems alright to me. And the thing is, you could get a skill right away. So I could give you... Now, what do we want to do? I could just actually give you the soldering station usage to make some advanced boosters. I think that is important. And you've got the free point earlier than the other guys. So let's just have you do that alone in case we need to. And then we can make advanced boosters. Also, let's have a look at the pod. Let's see what's going on. More gloves. Fantastic. Okay. Right, so you've got the salt water. 1 bottle will do. And the thing as well is, so long as the dupes aren't getting cold, we can put other stuff elsewhere. Although I'm beginning to think the dupes are going to gunk themselves. Right. Okay, I actually need you to come back. I can't have you actually just running over here now. I think I need you all to come back so that we can load the oxygen diffuser as soon as we get the stuff sorted out. This is going to mean I'm going to have to micromanage the dupes to keep them contained in here. In fact, actually, maybe I'll get you to build a door. Yellow alert. Yeah, that's fine. Wait, you're going to go over there. That's okay. Oh, Ulti is on the way. Ulti is grabbing it too. Right, which errand are you actually doing now? You're doing this errand, right? Or are you doing this errand? You're doing this errand, so I'm going to turn you off. And that way you're not going to keep going over there. Okay, good. Right, I think we can do this. I just need to make sure that you're not all wandering off. You're gonna go power up. That's probably fine. I should get the power banks in here, shouldn't I? Right, there's the salt water. Are we gonna get that before they gunk themselves? You're at 96% gunk. I'm beginning to think this is, the timing was not great. Right, okay, so now I've got a little bit of salt water there, that's good. And now, you need to dump the salt water here immediately. But I think now that's actually good enough and we can actually form the vacuum. Oh, Gunk is better for this because it doesn't give them liquid exposure. You're all going to relax? I don't think so. Sorry, we're putting it off again. We didn't have that issue last time. Oh, right. We need to make the printing pod like a one-way door. That's going to be annoying. I should have just got the dupes to gunk themselves. Maybe I still do. Yeah, the liquid exposure stress, it's not going to be horrific, but it's going to be annoying. Why is that? Why did that ice over? I'm just gonna let this dump all of this. Oh, because the building is... The building is cold. That's causing an issue. Okay, we actually needed to dump a little bit more... Yeah, if we dump a little bit more on this, then it heats up from the water transfer. Okay. Let's actually do this again, then. And then I'm gonna put the research station over here. And then we keep doing the wires. So the wire can just come along here. Yeah, that should be fine because the building is warm enough now. But we actually need to make sure that we dump a fair bit of salt water in here. Just to heat this bit up. Why we got regular water? Okay, that seems good. Alright, that's enough of that. The tunnel snakes. Yeah, we got brine ice, we got regular ice. Great, good. Okay, so I think this means we can enable this now and you guys can breathe, right? That should be good. And when you do gunk yourselves, I'm going to pour some gunk in here and we're going to try and make it double safe. Okay, you're all gunking yourselves now. I think we have reached a funny conclusion. I thought... Okay, now they're suffocating. Okay, so that's obviously not great, but... Wait. How far are you away? Okay, ulti is fine. That's fine. You need to come back immediately. This is the actual hard constraint of the run now, is can you fill up this oxygen diffuser? Oh my god! No, you have to do this right now. Sorry. You can power up later. Right. Now you're going to need to breathe, and it's not going to be pleasant. You aren't going to get a lot of oxygen. Uh-oh. We're going to need more than this, aren't we? I'm beginning to think we've got a big problem here. I'm going to put another one here. They aren't breathing enough to, like, fill their tanks enough to stop suffocating. But the oxygen is at least... Well, it should be warm. The issue is the buildings are actually... Oh, God. The buildings are too cold. Because we haven't got the oxygen pressure in here. You are literally going to kill yourself trying to get these power banks. Right, okay, here's what we need to do now. This needs to be yellow alert, and then everyone who is not ulti cannot supply and store. Oh, well, actually, hold on. What does this count as again? Storing. So everyone could supply. No one could store except ulti. So you need to move the power banks over so that these guys don't suffocate. I think I'm going to set this to priority 9 now. The door is built now. Yeah, so we can lock them in if we need to. Do I need to lock them in? You do still need to technically grab your power banks. And so long as you're not actually actively shivering, you should be fine. They're going to vacuum this room out pretty thoroughly. So, let's see. These things take 120 watts. So we could technically have 3 of them on the go at once. I think that would be a wise move. Because we need to get the oxygen pressure up in here as fast as possible. Oh, this bit has formed brine, so this is actually like a full liquid seal now. That's interesting. Well, I'm going to let that stay there for a bit. Right, Sonya is coming back. Ulti is grabbing the power banks. That's good. Okay, I don't think we are necessarily going to die now. The situation still isn't good. We gotta get all these power banks moved. Yeah, the fact that we're actually building stuff and it's being built cold is not that helpful. I think you are probably going to end up turning around maybe, unless you're actually going to eat it here. Okay, that's fine. Right, Eduardo, you can come back now. I think Eduardo should be fine. This looks a little hairy. So this all needs to be priority 9 here. We are officially out of our grace period, but I think this is still technically possible. No power. They still have the starting power banks. We will get some power generation going. We do have coal. You are suffocating. Oh, right, yeah. Oh, I see. I see. Yeah. Oh, God. Eduardo. Oh, God. Okay. I think we're okay. This is... Oh, God. This is not a good situation. Okay, this is technically workable. Right, okay. I think this is fine now. This doesn't need to be priority 9 anymore. Oh, my God. Oh. It's fine. It's fine. It's perfectly breathable. At least we are starting to heat things up a little bit, but like, they do just completely vacuum this out. How's this run compared to the first one? Well, the good news is it's dirt for research. The bad news is the dupes are going to perpetually have chilly surroundings unless we do some very specific behaviors. So we are building our entire base in an Abyssalite pocket so that we can try and keep the oxygen in here at a reasonable temperature, because otherwise their athletics from shivering is too high. Now we could set up a space heater as well, but then we're just chugging the power. So that's not good. The other thing is, so coal power, we're going to have to... The coal is going to generate some heat. We're going to have to put the coal generators in like a separate Abyssalite bubble to stop the dupes from getting chilly surroundings when they're in there. I mean, we're starting to make some progress, but this is very, very slow. We will need someone just running on the wheel permanently. Did we gunk anywhere else? Oh, we actually gunked in here. That's funny. And this bit froze. That's weird. Why does Gearbarb show up on the liquids overlay? Probably just give one of the skill points for immunity and have them be the outdupe. Yeah, but the thing is, you need 2 skill points to do that. So you're not going to have that until at least cycle 10, right? No matter what? Or around cycle 10? The good thing is we have plenty of algae here. You've got max gas pressure. That's the other issue, is the gas pressure. But we are actually making a warm pocket in here. It's not that warm, but it's getting warmer. So... This does feel at least possible, but it doesn't feel good. Also, the dupes are stressing themselves going through here. So let's actually... I'm going to sweep up the gunk, and we're going to dump the gunk in here. So let's do that. Let's put gunk here. Let's put gunk here. There may be a way to actually sweep this up properly. Although, actually, let's save it first in case we end up breaking the seal. Because if we fill up the map with cold oxygen, that's going to be game over. But we also do need to stop the dupes getting liquid exposure. Could we have actually waited for the gunk? I don't think we could have, because they were literally about to suffocate. And that's always going to happen. They're always going to gunk themselves right at the point of suffocation. Yes, at least you've actually got the power banks now. Oh, you're running the power banks through the liquid? That's... pretty interesting. Yeah, you can actually eat now and get your downtime morale. That will help with the stress situation as well. You can now afford to do this. What an odd situation today. But I think ultimately this will be easier than the Terra start just because we have access to the dirt. But it will also be harder because we don't have access to the polluted water for off-gassing. That was just free oxygen. They are just continuing to vacuum out the room as well. Where are you going now? Ugh, you're going to relax at the printing pod. I need to set up a one-way door. That's what I need to do. In fact, maybe we set up... How do we do this? Probably something along these lines. Actually, you know what? The dupes don't have to go here for much. I will set up both of these. No, I will set up just the one door. That should stop them from getting over here. Just a horizontal door. Yeah, that's true. That would work. Let's put it here. Actually, I could just put it here, right? Yeah, let's just put it there. The call of the printing pod. Your oxygen tanks are at least full enough now that you're not imminently going to suffocate. So that's good. We're past that annoying bit. So we need to think about a few bits next. Now, we do have a pocket in here, but this isn't necessarily Abyssalite. It's cold in here, so the chlorine will probably stay chlorine. Can I just sweep up the chlorine and put that somewhere? Maybe. Probably worth getting them to dig out all this metal. There is the coal. The coal is actually just here as well. I feel like it would make sense setting up coal generators here. But the thing is, coal generators without smart generation is not a good plan either. We have natural gas. We're going to need to do a lot of research for that. There isn't a complete Abyssalite seal in this either. Tons and tons of batteries also makes heat. That's true. I'm just trying to figure out exactly what we're going to put in all these spaces. Because it's not immediately obvious to me. I will also want to get a gunk extractor. Can I just yellow alert this? Sorry, I just want to see this happen. Because you need to stop getting stressed from that. Right, let's save it again. Sorry. Right, gunk. Okay, and then stop doing that. And who's doing this? Salty. Yes, I need to change the storing permissions again. That's true. Set this back to normal. Don't disinfect anything. Right. That's fine. So stop dumping the gunk in there. Stop disinfecting this. This is all spilling out. The salt water is freezing into brine and then ice. That's why it's separating out like this. That's very weird. Right, but let's actually just get in here and do that now. Just keep doing this until you actually get the liquid out of here. Yeah, there you go. Oh. Is this actually working? It's kind of working. Okay, that worked. Right, and then the gunk. Empty this now. And then we got a vacuum in here. Okay, so that's a complete vacuum seal. We do still have some liquids here, which we can sweep up. And then we can sweep up the rest of this, because you obviously don't want liquid exposure. And then... Oh, the liquid melted here. Okay, hold on. Sweep this liquid. Right. Okay. And then dump some more gunk here. I just want to make sure they're not getting the stress, because that's going to be a killer too. Oh! The gas! We did let some gas out. Yeah, look, they're shivering now. Is that because they're going through the liquid, or is that because they're actually in the environment? Now, it might not be so conductive that they're going to keep shivering, but we're going to have to sweep up the liquids first. Cycle 6, okay. That was because of all those shenanigans. I could just reload it. You know what, I'm just going to reload it. It might vacuum itself. I mean, it would have to get to, like, single microgram territory. We could have a look. I don't think it's going to be conductive enough to cause an issue. Yeah, it does seem to be going away, even in the partial oxygen. Oh yeah, no, it's actually disappearing over here, so it should eventually vacuum itself. Okay, well we'll leave that then. We're gonna have annoying liquefying shenanigans over here for a while, aren't we? Wow! The rare case where the map actually vacuums itself. I'm still not 100% convinced. It looks like it's creeping forward to me. But, I mean, maybe. I could even get them to dump the other liquids somewhere else so we don't keep getting issues with that, but maybe we'll be alright. Oh, you're actually idle now. You're all idle. Okay. You're shivering. I think you're only shivering because you're going through the liquid lock, and the liquid lock is cold. Which is fine. Right, okay. Let's actually get some research done. So, what do we need to do? We don't have to worry about dirt. Let's get the gunk extractor. That feels like a good opening move. Because then we can avoid the stress from that. Let's also make at least 2 strength boosters. And maybe we'll actually get the dupes to all have a break. You know what? I think I am going to get them all to have a break. Make some microchips. Make 4 microchips so we can get 2 strength boosters. And we want 2 researching boosters as well. So I'll queue those up here too. And we probably want a medical booster as well for gear balm. So actually, let's make 10 microchips. Yeah, have fun. You're both defragmenting on the same bit. That's fine. Okay, let's see how this goes. While they're doing that, let's actually put resources in the list. So we want coal, we want dirt, we want microchips, we want gunk, probably, gear bomb, metal, solid gunk, algae, power banks we don't need because we've got the power bank thing up here. That will probably do for now. Okay! Alright, so far so good. Maybe now we can speed through it. With 3 algae diffusers, I'm confident we can fill up the air quickly enough. I think I'll also just get you to build a couple of extra manual generators in here. Oh, wow, this sealed itself. That's funny. Wait, are you actually defragmenting in the liquid? No. Okay, let's actually put you back to work for just a second. Put liquefiables in here. Wait, is that a bad idea with the metal power banks being in here too? No, they'll all freeze. We got some skill points. Okay, so we have one guy with the soldering station. Gear penalty reduction seems good, because that's going to be pervasive for everyone until we get gear bomb sorted out. We have the climate control situation handled at the moment, so we don't need to do that yet. So I'm going to get improved gears for everyone. Because we are out of gear bomb. Oh, this is annoying me. The gunk is getting pushed over here. Well, we have solid gunk, so we can move the solid gunk over here. Right? That should melt. Yeah, the gas is spread throughout the map. I think it is still technically deleting itself, but it's probably not going to do that forever. It's probably going to take a long time to actually delete itself. So long as you're not shivering, we're fine. Okay. We'll need to put the supercomputer here. We will actually need to get some water for advanced research, too. Now, how do we do that? Ice liquefier? We could get the tech for that, maybe. But yeah, keep defragmenting for now. We want 10 microchips. You've put 3 microchips in here at the moment, so we need 7. I am aware that we have long commutes. That's not exactly controversial. I would like to keep exploring, but I think it's going to be challenging. The geysers we have found are not very helpful. Oh, there's some water in here, but it has zombie spores. But the spores are dying because it's too cold. Actually, what? No. Are they dying because there's not enough mass? Zombie spores is not going to help us either. I do not like the microchips aren't actually loading in here. I also do not like that we actually have more water over here. This liquefiable situation is going to be very annoying forever. Is it radioactive? No. Oh, you're gonna have to dig these. All the bottles are freezing as well. It's no good. You're at least all waking up, and then you should end up drifting back to the base. This is why I didn't want the gas out here. Oh, the gunk is solidified. Oh, that means the seal is gonna break. Oh my god. This is officially too annoying. Right, I'm just gonna empty you now. Preemptively. Actually, you know what? Yeah, get off the microchip making. We've got to get all these liquefiables out of here. At least solid gunk doesn't appear in there. But... Ah, no! You're letting all the oxygen out! No, for fuck's sake. Okay. I think we're actually going to have to reload. This is not optional. This is literally not optional. We have to get these liquefiables out of this area. Our gunk lock has to hold. Otherwise, everyone gets chilly surroundings and it's game over. Right, so you're putting the gunk in here now. And then we immediately need to get rid of all the other liquids. We need enough... Okay, there's enough salt water in here that this is the right temperature, so... What do you mean? What do you mean you've got no config? Right. Turn off. Sorry, this is going to be annoying. Disable disinfect on this. Right, that's done too. Okay, so... Stop that. And then... I'm going to leave the rest of the liquids here. We're going to sweep all of this out first. Get rid of that. We need to put all the liquefiables in here immediately. And we need to set the storing again to allow anyone to do it. Right, I'm actually going to leave it like that. I think if we leave it like that, they don't get liquid exposure. I think if we do that, they don't get liquid exposure because it's not on the bottom tile. I think that's how it works. We'll have to check. Thankfully, the power banks aren't exploding in here. Right, we haven't let the oxygen out this time. Let's... I'm going to save it. I'm going to do a fresh save. Oh, okay. And then we'll speed through it again. We're not actually doing anything that important other than getting all these liquefiables out of here. Because I think now we can just sweep this. And then I think what we need to do is just... The random liquid bottles we need to move as well. So I'm just going to stick them there. All the random liquid bottles. And I'm going to make that a yellow alert as well. The gunk we can leave. Everything else must go. Yeah, because the salt... Is this just going to freeze? No, it doesn't freeze until like -10. So that should form a nice-ish heat buffer. Are the bottle empties still cold? They are. But they're only as cold as the liquid is. There shouldn't be a load of other heat transfer going on. The gunk... I think this is all at the same temperature now. The oxygen is hot. Dig that. Sweep this. Yeah, it's warm enough for salt water. Yeah, and look, they're going through it and they're not getting the stress debuff because it's on the top tile. Okay, so that's what we have to do. We have to leave the salt water here to be a high mass, high thermal capacity bit to make sure the gunk doesn't freeze. And we can also dump more gunk in here as well. But I'm going to leave it for now because I don't want to play with fire. Right, so that gunk can go there. That water can go there. That brine can go here. And then make that a yellow alert too. And then I think we're actually set. So 2 strength boosters, 2 researching boosters, 1 medical booster. And then we just get everyone to decompress. We get everyone to defragment once we've moved all the liquids out of here. And I think this actually will work now. And we didn't... Yeah, so we've literally reloaded to make sure we've maintained the vacuum. That's very interesting. Okay. I'm going to save it again now. That was much better. Yeah. That was definitely worth reloading. Because as soon as the oxygen gets out here... Even if you have only a tiny bit leave, it's just not good enough. Right, so we're going to get improved gears for everyone again. Everyone will eventually need improved gears because they're going to start getting grinding gears. You've got chilly surroundings now. Then it moves to shivering, and then you're done. So it does seem like they get rid of chilly surroundings once they're in the vacuum. That's very weird. That probably isn't how it should work. So, again... Do we want the gunk extractor first? No, we want gear balm first, now that I think about it. I don't really mind if they gunk themselves in a random spot. Oh, it's like now you're just grabbing random ice. Okay, that's not a good plan, is it? Right, stop that. Okay, schedule. I'm gonna speed 3 it now. Get you guys to come back. It spread a lot farther than I thought it was going to. Yeah, the thing is, there's only like thousands of tiles in here, so even if you have a gram come out, it's going to be higher than a couple of milligrams, a couple of micrograms eventually when it spreads out. You just don't have the choice. Right. Yeah, you're grabbing more dirt, so you can start the research. That's good. Obviously, we don't have any light. Obviously, we don't have any shine bugs. There aren't actually any shine bugs on Rime outside of the starting biome. So that will have to do. Oh, I've realized we're bringing in cold debris from the map. That's going to cool this down. In fact, that was probably what was actually cooling this down. I don't think there's any real way around that. Right, you're all here. I'm going to get you all to go to sleep. No, not bath time. Bedtime. Right, now we're going to get the microchips. So I'll get you to do 3 microchips each. And then we can make 1 more battery. Which I'll probably just do a construction booster. Yeah, say goodnight, dupes. Maybe this will be the thumbnail today. The worshippers of the frost. This is definitely the weirdest start I've ever had on a run. It's like a society of ascetic monks learning to do without the luxuries of the modern world, such as a starting biome. Let's add the list again. So we want coal, we want dirt, we want sand, we want microchips, we want gunk, gear balm, solid gunk, algae. That will probably do. A bit annoying the microchip counter doesn't update very quickly. Yeah, these batteries do generate heat. You're right, we probably should actually stick a few more batteries in. The main issue being that we don't have a lot of room. We could stick the batteries somewhere else, but then they would just overheat. Oh, wait, actually. What am I talking about? I could put a battery in here. Actually, yeah. If we put batteries in all three of these places, that will keep stuff warm, won't it? Yeah, that's thinking, isn't it? Right, Sonya can have improved gears too. How's this going with the microchips? Yeah, one more from each of you and then we'll be good. And you need to start making power banks as well, but I'm going to turn that off. We're going to make the boosters first and then do the power banks. Such a weird situation. So the wire is going to have to go like that, and then you're going to have to do this. The issue is this all just going to freeze when we build the stuff? I feel like the answer is possibly yes. Right, you're all done now. Okay, so work, please. There you go. I'm going to save it again. Let's just check that we're not going to break this by building all of this material. I think it's very possible. Maybe we actually need a bigger lump of salt water here. The main issue I have is this isn't really conductive enough for it to actually stay warm just from the oxygen. Yeah, let's do this. I mean, the dupe standing in it will heat it up, right? Yeah, that is actually helping. In a weird way. Okay, print. What we got? Mealwood seed. Oh, look, we got an advanced... Oh, wow, that's really good. We got an urbanite, and they're an advanced medical booster dupe. So we don't actually have to make the medical booster now. That's good. Okay, Gizmo, welcome to the club. And let's reorganize the priorities, because we need to make sure Ulti doesn't build, ideally. So you're going to be doctoring. That's your main thing. And then, if you're going to be mostly doctoring, I think we just still give you the grinding gears reduction along with everyone else. So let's give everyone improved gears. We know everyone's generally going to end up with improved gears. Except for Ulti, who has schematics. Yeah, there we go. You put a door on both sides and force one of the boops to stand at the lock. What is my purpose? You heat the liquid lock. Oh my god. You know what? I think my opinion on Bionic Dupes has completely changed. I thought they were very underwhelming when they came out, but I think now we're getting more used to them. I think they actually are... I think they're actually adding a lot to the game. You end up with such weird scenarios that you never put normal dupes in. I feel like I was overly harsh on this. We do also need to make sure that this is a one-way door, right? Didn't this used to say whether it was up or down? I thought this used to say it was up or down. Before they added the categories. Oh, they should re-add that. Why did they get rid of it? Yes, it did that, but now it's been removed. Okay. I mean, this is obviously getting very cold, but you just need to persevere, guys. Is this gonna work? No. I mean... I think what we need to do now is we just need to build the wire first. Someone needs to tell the insert... The metal is very cold. But when they're building it, it says it's 20 degrees. But when it gets built, it ends up being... Oh yeah, look, all the stuff's freezing. We're getting stuff going on. It's not good. You do have to build these. Again, I think we have to do this long term. The issue is I feel like it's going to let the stuff out. Please. Okay. I'm going to get someone to run on this wheel now so that the battery starts heating up the water. Perhaps we should stop building all of the batteries now. Well, let's see if we can get away with not doing that. And then we could heat this liquid up again. At the moment, this is actually kind of working, but we'll need to melt the gunk in here again, won't we? Okay. I will let Gizmo keep running on that. I'm not overly happy with it, but it's still technically working. Did you just put all the solid gunk in here? No. Okay. I do have to get them making power banks at some point. Oh, I need to tell you not to make the medical booster. Yeah, don't make this. And actually make another construction booster while you're at it instead. Right, we have the strength boosters. Who's doing the strength tasks? Let's see. You know, Gizmo's doing the doctoring tasks. I think you're doing the strength. Actually, Ulti's got operating. So Ulti should probably get operating. You're researching, so it's not you. You're digging, so it's not you. I think it is going to be Eduardo. And then someone else is going to have building. Because we're probably not going to need researching all the time. It's definitely not going to be Ulti, though. In fact, that makes me think it should be Ulti that does this, because Ulti can't build. Yeah, and we'll keep Eduardo as the builder. Okay. So, Ulti, you get these. Wait, do you have only... Oh, right, we got to get rid of Ulti's grilling booster. You were born to grill! No, you weren't. Okay, so the good news is we're now actually heating up the liquids in here. But we're going to have to do... I mean, I guess I'll leave it as liquid exposure for now until it's hot enough to melt the rest of the stuff. There's also some rock in here. I'm going to leave the debris in here if we can. Because it's not that much colder than whatever's going on in here. This is also brine in here. That's good for us, because that brine definitely won't go away. The salt water was freezing into brine ice and brine. But it warmed up enough again. Yeah, actually, these are all brine now, if you think about it. That's actually good. Okay, that's actually worked out pretty well, because this brine is very temperature resistant. The issue is, we actually need to... Oh, we did the research. That's good. Right, the apothecary. This needs to go here, I think. That's a nice spot for it. There are some buildings that we definitely don't need to have... What are you doing? You're chilly. Oh, no! This isn't insulated. Oh, that's a huge mistake. Can we research insulated tiles? We're gonna have to do that, I think. To be fair, once we do that, we can actually start expanding the base, so... But we need advanced research to do that. God damn it, that means they're going to get chilly surroundings inside the base now, which is defeating the whole point of this. But the problem is, this was always... Okay, I've got a better plan. We just vacuum it again for a little bit. It's fine. We vacuum it again for a little bit, and then we... Oh, I don't know. Oh, how did I miss this? Because the thing is, we could have put the supercomputer here. We didn't even need to dig this tile. I hope you guys can appreciate how much of a razor-thin edge we're on trying to do this. But yeah, you're going to have to disable all of these now, because you're just getting bombarded with chilly surroundings. So that means we're going to have to get some water together for some advanced research. Now, the good thing is, we do actually have water. The bad news is it's very far away. So we're going to have to get our guy... I mean, there's more algae here as well. I'll get him to dig this up, too. We're going to have to get our guy to come and deliver it. And we've also got to make sure that we don't actually... This is fine because the water will flow in here and form a liquid lock. So we're not going to let oxygen through this bit. Although, actually, let's just make sure that happens. We'll do this. You saw that earlier but didn't think about it. Yeah. The one tile. Oh, man. I think this will still work, but that would explain why it's all getting colder in here still. Right, we have the construction boosters as well now, so... Let's see. So, Ulti, you have the 2 strength boosters. I think who's doing the research again? Steeler. Yeah. We have a suit-wearing booster. Oh my god. Hold on. Right, you have the researching booster. You have the digging boosters. You have the medical booster. I think I'm actually going to give you the suit-wearing booster. Because I don't think you need more than 1 medical booster. And then Eduardo is going to have the 2 constructions. Yeah, okay. That seems good to me. The boosters are really important as well because they each give +2 athletics. That's like almost the most important thing, is the athletics. So everyone needs a full suite of boosters. Oh, you left it there? Okay. Right, so because we have the cool steam vent, I don't think this is too much of a stretch, right? There's always a cool steam vent on Rime. Like, this is certainly nowhere near as convenient as it was just having the polluted water vent on Terra. So I'm not that upset about the cheese levels. Oh. Is this vacuum? This is vacuum. That's good. Okay, do that. And then we'll need to build a pitcher pump in here. So let's make that out of sandstone. Let's put that here. Idleness is fine. You have frozen. Why have you frozen? Can I dump the gunk? I'm going to empty the gunk. I'm feeling a bit more confident about that now. Oh, really? Who's doing this? Gizmo? Where's Gizmo? Why? Why does Get Alert work like this? Thank you. Right, and then sweep up all of this gunk. Oh, who am I kidding? That's all gonna freeze, isn't it? I'm happy to keep the brine here as well. The gunk is the main thing we want so you don't get the stress anymore. Gunk extraction required. You know what? I don't think I care. Right, gear balm goes here. So the thing is, this is going to make polluted water. I'm not sure what temperature this comes out at. But that's probably going to off-gas as well in here, which is fine. Alright, we've got the other researching booster in here. That can go to Steeler. Okay. You're expelling gunk. Again, most of that is just going to solidify, so I'm not that concerned. Oh god, who's suffocating? I guess if people are suffocating, we're gonna have to enable these again. Oh, don't slip while you're suffocating. That's no good. I think you should make it. I'm gonna have to pay more attention to that. Yeah, have a go. There you go. God, we're actually, like, this is definitely nice edging it with, all of these guys. Let's move the solid gunk over here as well. Because if that melts, then we should be set. With our advanced liquid lock technology. Still no leak on the oxygen. That's good. Is this actually... I don't think this is actually going... This is definitely a mistake, and it's something we should have avoided, but I think we should be able to power through it now. Maybe power through it is the wrong word. We also need to start making power banks, so I'm going to need you to start making these out of anything, really. In fact, I'm going to get you to do this as well. Then we definitely don't need the grilling booster. Right. Solid gunk should start melting at some point, right? We'll see. Oh, there's actually a bottle of regular gunk here. Okay, let's open that up. Yeah, keep grabbing the gunk bottles. Put them there. The more gunk we move back, the better. Right, and now empty this. Yeah, now the issue is going to be if we run out of metal banks. So this needs to be priority 9. But the good thing is, everyone has their full suite of boosters, which is already actually better than we did last time. So that's good. And if you keep breathing in all this oxygen, then we should be sorted. You need to sweep this too. You're expelling gunk? Okay. Actually, you know what? I don't want to leave the gunk around everywhere, but also I acknowledge that it's going to be very annoying to actually, it's going to be very annoying to actually clean it all up consistently until we get a gunk extractor. Should we do that first? Maybe we should do that first. I think they can persevere with the cold in here. They don't actually need the athletics in here. I think I was more concerned that it wasn't going to go away with it in the vacuum, but it does apparently go away in the vacuum, which makes no sense to me from a physics point of view. But if that's the case, I think we actually can expand into here and just have it be cold. What do you think? The problem is, the more we expand into the area, the more the penalty is going to affect us. There's also Geyser here. What's this? A volcano. Okay, we probably don't want to open the volcano, right? That's probably too much heat. Yeah, I think we can keep this room. This room can be cold, but it needs to be small if it's going to be cold. How is the idleness situation? What are you doing now? Fabrication, supply, research, supply, technical. It's not as bad for boobs because the stamina drain doesn't affect them. That's true. I mean, if we... Low gear oil, yeah. You've got chilly surroundings now? Yeah. They have -1 athletics generally without a without a thing. The problem is we're still operating on gear oil at the moment. Once they run out of gear balm, which is very soon, then the lower athletics is going to be a much bigger issue. Which is why we need to get this water hooked up. Oh, you need to go... Oh, crap. Are you gonna make it? This is a really bad spot to run out of oxygen. I don't think Sonyar's gonna make it. Okay, so here's the funny thing, right? Obviously, it's bad if the dupes die, but potentially we could print more dupes. I think we've been pretty lucky so far. But it could be we need to do that. I don't think you're going to make it. This is like a miracle level of athleticism needed. You only have 4 athletics as well. You don't have the boost that the other guy did. I don't know. Maybe you'll be alright. Oh, look, we've got solid gunk tiles. That's disgusting. You can dig that. I've never seen solid gunk tiles. That's weird. Actually, I think Sonya might be alright. This is close enough, I think. Provided you don't slip on the gunk. Maybe you will slip on the gunk. Oh, you got chilly surroundings now? Maybe you'll still be alright, but it's... I'm skeptical. No, you look fine. Okay, we lucked out. That's actually really good, that they're able to run all the way from over here. That's kind of crazy. I will also need to dig... You know what, I actually need to leave this tile here so you can get up here. And you are going to get... Oh, you're going to get a lot of water exposure doing this, aren't you? Is there any way to avoid that? I think the best plan is probably just to minimize the water exposure and do it here. Dig from above. They're not going to be able to reach Peppernuts to get up. Yes. The issue if we do it from above is we need to keep the oxygen from getting out of here. Funnily enough. The vent should keep a gunk liquid lock. Yeah, that's true. We could form a gunk liquid lock. And then we could come in. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's a good plan. Okay, so... Yeah, okay, so let's think about this. Right, so... I'll dig all the algae anyways, because we want all the algae. But that will go like that. And then I guess we do... Yeah, because that water will stay there, and then we can fill this bit with gunk. That feels appropriate. Okay. And then we can just bring the gunk bottles up here. Okay, that seems fine to me. Wow, I'm putting a lot of faith in that little blob of water, aren't I? I mean, you're right. The coolest event should heat it up, but we probably need to relocate the gunk over there first. You got chilly surroundings. Right, this is staying warm now. That's good. We're making more power banks in here as well. That's also good. And if we keep the power banks in here where the Abyssalite is, we definitely shouldn't have any issues with that necessarily. Where are you going? You're grabbing research materials. Yeah, that's true. Oh, the dirt, right? Okay, guys, I'm going to be really honest. It's cold here anyways. There is dirt here. This is probably going to be better in the long run, right? We've already screwed this up, so I think we just need to roll with it and at least grab the dirt. There's a lot to be had. Yeah, maybe just do that for now. Did you set the printing pod door permissions after the reload? Yes. We did it before the reload. Right, let's speed it up again. I think we're okay now. We know that a duplicate can wander over here. The issue is, once they run out of gear oil, then they're not going to be able to run over here if they suffocate. But there's oxygen in here, so maybe it'll be alright. Oh, I've screwed this up. Hold on. I need to put a tile here. And then I guess dig this so you can just get over here. And then we can get the gunk. Because we'll have a bottle of gunk, right? Somewhere. Or is it just all the solid gunk now? I mean, we could just get the solid gunk and we could stick it over here and have it melt. Just do that. But you need to build this as well. I guess. I guess do this. I guess do this for now. Oh look, the hatch! You found the hatch. Yeah, just keep the dirt here so we can actually do the research. That feels important. And we'll seal it up once we've actually done the insulated tile research, maybe. That feels like an okay plan. Right, the gunk is there. That's good. So... that's not going to melt, is it? It's not going to melt in the friggin' vacuum, is it? We need to put it here. Oh, we got the water coming out. That's true, it's steam. We'll see how long that lasts. I'm a bit concerned about this now. Well, now the gunk will melt. Maybe. Oh, yeah, it's melting. Okay, yeah, don't worry about that. Although, we need another blob of gunk to come up here, don't we? So, that could be one of these. These are decently massed blobs. So that one can go there. And then that one can go... there, okay. That seems acceptable. Gonna ladder this as well, just because we want all the dirt. Yeah. And frankly, there's the snow. Is that gonna be an issue? You know what? I'm gonna leave that for now. That's enough dirt. Is anyone gonna bother doing these bits? I'm gonna yellow alert these. I mean, yeah, you're gonna get scolded here. You're gonna get out. Well... let's see if you actually get scolded. Yes, okay. Oh, he's building it so quickly, though. Okay, get out. The longer you get scolded, the worse it's going to be for you. This is going to be perilous. Oh, you got the light wounds already. I'm going to have to get you a triage cot then. Now, the triage cot can be outside, because they don't need to breathe when they're on a triage cot. So that could just go here. Okay. You're gonna always get liquid exposure walking across the vent, aren't they? Yeah, they are. I just want to make sure that no matter what, we don't leak the oxygen out. That's the main thing I care about. That gunk will melt any minute. Right? Okay. Are you good? Yeah, you're good. Good. Okay. Water required. As long as they don't soak, it should be fine. Yeah. We'll see. The important thing is we have some water so we can actually make some gear balm now. Because I'm pretty sure some guys are going to start running out of that soon. You've got low gear oil. This needs to be priority 9. And then this needs to be anyone. Anyone who's injured at all, where it affects their athletics, needs to go in there. I mean, what I'd really like to do is... I think we just got to keep running in here to get the water. We could also put ice in here, but that feels like it would take a lot of time. What is going on here? What kind of stupid probability situation is this? We have 5 tranquil toes in a row. That's so weird. Right, what else is the situation? Yeah, you're actually getting the water without dying. That's good. But we need to get this water off of here. We need to get this water off of here, but that's... the rest of it should freeze. Not expecting counting 5 toes on stream. Lol. The one on the left is the big toe. True. Weird. Okay. I think we're in a pretty good situation now. So, we're going to research the gunk extractors. They're not randomly gunking on the map, because that's making them chilly. And then this means we can get the gunk where we want it as well. And I'm wondering where that's necessarily going to be. Because I don't think we actually want to solidify it. I think we want to keep it alright. If we dump it in here, that could work. That could be a decent idea. Good. Right, let's speed through it again. We're surviving. We have oxygen. We have metal for power banks. And now the key is to see if we can do more than just survive. I'm still annoyed at having to tank the chilly surroundings penalty after all the effort we put in, but it doesn't matter too much if they're in here and the penalty wears off in the vacuum. Yeah, look, we've got a smooth operation going now. And we've got the actual research boosters as well, so that's very important. Now we have the polluted water. Oh, look at this! The polluted water comes out at like 32.5 degrees C. And that's 200 kilograms each time. That's actually a lot of heat we can add to something. That's very interesting. Another Bionic Dupe. That's pretty good. You have an electrical engineering booster. Ah. So that means we could probably get rid of the schematics skill on that one dupe. That's good. We've got very lucky with the Bionic Dupe printing. But this Eduardo... So again, we're going to give you grinding gears penalty reduction, because I think that's going to be the main constraint. I'll probably just give you... So you're not a very good supplier. Or scientist. So I need to make sure you're not doing either of those things. Probably not tidying either. You are going to be the operator, which means Ulti is just going to be the supplier. Right, I'm just going to give you guys single priorities on most things. I don't think there's any need to double priority anyone at the moment. Because each Bionic... Because they're Bionic Dupes, they're not overlapping at all, so I think this is fine. Right, so you can focus on operating. Oh my god! The gear bomb just gets absolutely yeeted from the printing pod down here. That's so funny. Right. 6 Bionic Dupes on cycle 10. Wait! Are we doing the printing pod challenge? No, we're not doing the printing pod challenge. We are going to have a power bank situation at this rate. So I think what we do is we put the polluted water in here with the Abyssalite, and then we can melt the gunk in here, maybe? But then we would have to tile this up as well. Those power banks are stuck behind the door now? Okay, I'll remove the permission just for now then. And then we'll get someone to come store them again. Okay, so the issue with this plan is if we I don't think we can do this, because what we need to do is we need it to be too high so that we can actually stick the thing in there as well. Also, if we have any polluted water off-gassing, it's going to off-gas into the map. Right, I think we do it here. I think we do it here because we've already determined we don't mind the heat leak so much. So what I could do is I can come in here, and then if we do that, then I think we can actually have a layer of polluted water, and then we can have the gunk in here, and then we can have the pitcher pump. Yeah, I like this plan. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. Where am I going to put the bottle? Where am I going to put the bottle emptier? If we do that. Actually, you know what we could do? I could put the pitcher pump. The pitcher pump has to be at least here so we can grab the gunk. Maybe this needs to be a bit wider so we can actually put a storage bin here. I think we'll just let them crack on with it for now. What are you up to? We're gonna go mop that water? Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Don't I need a ladder? What ladder? Oh, right here. Yeah. The issue is we have the clay here as well. Now, I could just tile this here and then open it up. That could work. Because if we put tiles here and they're only conducting heat with the liquid, then they'll heat up pretty quickly. I think we do that. Yeah, I think we do that instead. Maybe we'll put something else here. You're already open to the biome below you. Reminds me of the other challenge I wanted you to do. No hauling allowed. Oh, God. Yeah, but the problem is, this isn't insulated, so if we put polluted water down here, it's going to freeze. If we put it in the... I need to make sure that the polluted oxygen doesn't leak out into this bit, but this bit will be well insulated enough that the water will retain its heat up here, because it's only going to be conducted with the gas, and the heat leak is over here. So I think that's fine. I don't need you doing that, Sonia. But to be honest, having a bit more area in here for the gas to expand out into is probably not a bad idea anyways. It will also leak up though. Oh, it will leak up. That's true. Oh. Steeler, I've done something. Okay, never mind. Right. Let's see. Okay, we can put it here. This feels possible. So what we do is, so we can have a ladder, we can have the stuff going in here. That seems workable. Except then the gas is going to escape. Because the polluted water as well, the gunk is going to sit at the bottom and the polluted water is going to be here. Oh, this is so complicated. I think we would have to set up another liquid lock for it to work. Well, I'm glad you're happy with this, Sonia. I think, here's what we do. I think we just haul the polluted water over here for now, and we do it anyways. And maybe later we build the actual buildings. So we haul the polluted water, and we haul the solid gunk in here. Because let's face it, we're doing a load of micromanagement anyways. Do you ever have intrusive thoughts like opening a chlorine geyser? No. We'll get to insulated tiles. Yeah. The thing is, we can actually research quicker, much quicker than we could last time. So I should at least consider that. Now, we can fit a gunk extractor in as well. I think what I'm going to do at the moment is I'm going to put the gunk extractor here. We'll tile this for now. The gunk extractor will go here. Oh, we need the vent. That's right, we need the vent for the gunk extractor. We can haul... What we can do is we can haul in the polluted water. And maybe eventually get a bottle filler, but the vent will need to go up here. And then this can just go... Oh god, is there a less awkward way of doing this? Maybe like that? Okay. Yeah, this is what I wanted to do. And then we could put the supercomputer here. Maybe we do still put the supercomputer here. I think that makes sense. We're probably going to want advanced research, so let's get that. Let's speed it up. So long as you're actually making enough metal power banks for now, that's fine. I think this is actually going better than yesterday. But I think that's mostly because we were able to print 3 extra Bionic Dupes. Also, let's actually have a look at the situation. So, Eduardo II, you still need a booster. So, what booster do I want to give you? A cheap booster that will make you better. Bearing in mind that you have -3 science and strength. It's probably digging again, isn't it? Let's do that. We'll need to actually get the dupes to sleep again, so maybe we'll do that in a bit. We do have all of these bases covered, though. We could put in a skill scrubber and scrub the guy with schematics to give him something else as well. So that's ulti. It's a research boost to help them get points faster. Yeah, that's the research faster. They don't get passive attribute leveling. Bionic Dupes don't get passive attribute leveling. That's the main reason why they're worse than regular dupes. Otherwise, I would say Bionic Dupes are just better than dupes at this point. But because they don't passively level attributes, you can't really diversify them. You have to, like, specialize them properly. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, lick the power banks. Oh. Set this back to that. Thank you. Wait. There's no shot they're coming in here to eat the power bank because it's warm and full of oxygen. That's disgusting. I'm gonna have to build a door to stop them from doing that. But how's that even gonna work? Oh, good news, guys. We researched the crafting station. I can't believe we're gonna have to do this. I can't also believe you're bringing power banks into the water area. Why? Why? Oh, whatever. Maybe they vacuumed that room out too. I fucking hope so. Dining tables. You're right. That's actually going to be mandatory then. We have to get the dining tables. That's probably the most important thing. Because we can't have them wasting power banks like that. Right. Let's speed 3 it now. We can brute force this. We just need to actually get them to stop wandering across the entire fucking map. But you guys don't have that much downtime, so I'll forgive you. But only barely. Oh, look at that! They formed a perfect 2-tile lock here for some reason. I'm going to leave that there. That's funny. You can get rid of this gunk. But yeah, the novice research is pretty quick. So we can get Steeler to keep helping out with this. And I'm going to empty this polluted water out. We are actually building the gunk extractor now. This is good. It's a start, anyways. Just trying to keep the dupes in here is definitely a plan. Now, in terms of where I actually want the power banks to be eaten, you don't have to eat them in here. You could eat them in here. That's probably fine, right? Yes, at least we're not going to be doing composting. That was never going to be a good plan. Yeah, we'll probably just put the mess tables in here. Just somewhere that they're going to eat properly. And in fact, we'll definitely want to door that so it counts as a place. So this area is going to stay cold. So I can actually dig these tiles up too. And we probably can actually just keep coming in here to grab all of this. Like we originally intended. And then we can turn it into a Great Hall. And in fact, let's actually put the water cooler in here too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll be okay. Oh look, they're doing it. Ulti's doing it. Hooray. And now we've got liquid gunk. And we got... Okay, that's not ideal, but, like, that's better than nothing. And we got the polluted water in here to keep it actually, warm. Okay! We're actually getting somewhere. We do have a lot of solid gunk. I think I'm just going to tell them to put it all in here. Manually. Because they shouldn't end up gunking themselves anymore. That will help us out a lot. Good, good. Okay, I'm pretty convinced. I'm convinced that Rime is now easier than Terra. For this, that's good. Because we haven't even actually... The only geyser we relied on was the cool steam vent to get a little bit of water, but... Honestly, so my backup plan that we never actually ended up doing was dumping power banks intentionally into gunk or into salt water to heat up the salt water to the point where we can melt ice. And that's obviously very wasteful, but it's possible, at least. Yeah, we're making gear balm now. This is not a very good use of my time, is it? But every bit helps. I doubt this is the quickest way for me to do this as well. But it is a way that I could do where I'm not thinking too hard about it. Right, I'm going to speed through it now. Probably do something involving camera return as well. Oh, is the gunk freezing in the pipes? That's not a good plan, is it? Yes, it is freezing in the pipes. Well, the good thing is we can get to insulated tiles pretty soon. So let's get advanced research, and then we can get insulated tiles, and then we can actually properly insulate this and stop getting the stop getting that whole situation. Also, none of you are ever going to do this, are you? I think getting a way to consistently melt ice in here is going to be annoying. Oh, I need a decor building for it to count as a great hall. That's funny. We do not have a decor building. I will relocate the polluted water into here as well. Hey, what's up with your flashing gun? Did you guys see that? They have like the red flashing gun going on. Weird. Oh, shit. Well, they are certainly breathing in the gas. This is a bad plan. Right, why are you trapped? Because ice froze here. That's hilarious. Ulti, we could probably heal you again. But I think you're going to have to go here now. Well, I got rid of most of the oxygen here, but there's still a fair bit trapped up here. That's interesting. So Ulti can go heal up. This is actually going really well. I don't mind that one of the Eduardos doesn't really have anything going on skill-wise for now. Right, we now actually have the supercomputer. So that can go here. I need to keep doing all of these blueprints as well. Yeah, let's change this one too. There's no excuse. We shouldn't be having any standard blueprints going on. Right. Okay. Let's keep doing basic researches, because we know we can do them quickly. So let's get the flower pot for the Great Hall. Not that anything's gonna grow in a friggin' vacuum, actually, now that I think about it. But it doesn't need to grow, does it? It could just be a basic decor. Like, does it even need a plant in it to count? You probably have a water cooler blueprint? I do. I have a water cooler blueprint. I have the blue one. There you go. Yep, and dump the polluted water in here. That's fine. Hello? Oh, right. You didn't actually dump the bottle in there. Right, what's in the pod? Probably not another... Oh my god, metal power banks. Yes, please. That's amazing luck. I'm gonna have to let you up here again, though. Okay. We are actually... we are surviving, and we're actually starting to be thriving. So, what else do we want to do? Honestly, I want to see the rest of the map. That's going to be a pain, but I think we can do it. So what we could do is... I think I am just going to snake dig through the Abyssalite. And then we'll go through the granite afterwards. And then we can go up here. Then it's probably going to be something like this. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, poor Ulti. Yeah, we're actually making gear balm now. This is good. I want to put in a skill scrubber because we know we're going to change at least one of the dupes. We may change more than one of the dupes. Where do I want to put the skill scrubber? Ideally, I would like to put it here. I think we may have to wait on that. The new supercomputer looks very snazzy as well. For sure. This counts as industrial machinery. If we put that in a Great Hall, that doesn't work. Admittedly, I could just door it off. Putting the wire in would be annoying. I mean, I'm going to be real. The skill scrubber is not going to be a permanent thing, right? That can go here. Actually, go ahead and do that. That seems fine. Getting the water to actually do the supercomputer research is going to be annoying. So I think we'll probably just prioritize doing all the basic researches first because of that. They are literally having to wander over to the cool steamer every time. I think eventually the plan would be water sieving the natural gas output because that would be hot too. And once we get the insulated tiles, we can do that pretty easily. Lots of polluted water in here now. Let's empty this. Yeah, relocate that there as well. Get this gunk in there. Yeah, we've definitely got some kind of missing asset for the gun. Was that specifically... Yeah, look, it's flashing red. That's weird. I feel like that should probably not be a thing. Right, so Ulti is the one we want to skill scrub. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm not going to pretend that we're doing anything quickly in this run, but we're at least surviving. which is better than we had last time. And thankfully this time, we've set up the base away from the cool steam vent from a heating point of view, so we're not cooking ourselves alive. Also, we have the light now. The light is very important for us. Right, so let's put the plant pot here. Will that count as a decor item on its own? Not sure. We could actually... Oh, we don't have refined metal. We don't have a metal volcano this time. That's fine. I don't think we're going to be worried about that. That will eventually be solvable. Let's get up to insulated tiles. That is the next thing to do. Yeah, have fun, ulti. I do like this blueprint. I just feel like it's a bit weird that you have the skill scrubber blueprint in the paid DLC when it's such a niche item. Oh, you're getting a skill point anyways. We'll wait for you to be done then. Yeah, we're making enough power banks. We're getting gear balm made. It's at least enough gear balm for everyone by the looks of it. Yeah, that gun animation's really annoying me. Oh, you poor guys. It does feel a bit bad that we're having the dupes just constantly running on the wheels, but we do actually have enough dupes to do this. We do need the plant in here. That's that's not going to be good, is it? Okay. The Dyson Sphere music is invading again. Right. I don't think we're going to have this then. I think we're just going to have a statue. Maybe a dead plant works? No, because the dead plant doesn't give enough decor. I've tried that before. Oh! Oh, stretch. Yes, this is much better. Did you grab all the power banks from here? You did. Okay, so let's turn this off again then. Honestly, we have had crazy luck with the printing pod. That's kind of the crazy luck we've had. The thing is, you will have good luck at some point with something. You have enough opportunities in this game. So, I'm not overly worried about that. Just the fact that we have a different situation than last time means that nothing is inherently cheesy about this. But yeah, so what we'll do, we'll keep playing this out for the next hour or so. And then I'm pretty happy to say that Rime is very possible. But again, this is all relying on the Bionic Dupes for this to even be possible in the first place. Don't need any other DLCs. I'm probably going to look at the DLCs at some point to see if it's possible. But I don't want to do too many of these streams at once. Because I don't want to actually oversaturate it, you know? Right. We're actually making gear balm now. I'm not sure how much of that we're going to have. But I think we're at the point where I can start considering getting people towards immunity to chilly surroundings. Once we've done that, then we can do whatever we want. So I think that's the main thing to do. We're running out of other tasks. Doesn't look like anyone's idle, it's just like they're doing all of the low priority errands. A lamp as well. You know what? I know we don't have automation. We're burning through power anyways. I am definitely going to get a light in here. Because the productivity bonus is so high for these dupes because they have such low base attributes. I will put lamps everywhere. I do not care. These are 10 watts each. And frankly, it's also extra heat. And we do want extra heat on this oxygen. Like, it's actually getting to a comfortable temperature over here. It's just the other bits that are going to be an issue. But again, once we get to insulated tiles, that should be fine. Oh, we need to give Ulti a hat again. Yeah, have the proper hat. Yeah, we can get a lot of stuff done in the next hour. And then the next time we try this, we're gonna do Iridio, because I think Iridio is gonna be pretty hard for similar reasons. Everyone's gonna have toasty surroundings. Maybe. I'll think about it. But if we do that, that'll be next week or possibly later. I want to finish surviving Mars. It's annoying me that we never actually built the capital city and got the final achievements. And then maybe a spot of Victoria 3. I don't think anyone's actually streaming Victoria 3 on Twitch at the moment, which kind of makes me want to, as well as actually being really interested in that game at the moment. Yeah, you are currently a very inefficient space heater. Well, actually, let's think about it, right? Well, I mean, I don't know. We'll be fine. I'm not that worried. We've still actually got the vacuum. That's also nice. Just slowly eating all the dirt from this pocket. There's a lot of dirt here, though. That's not going to happen anytime soon. Yeah, now you got lit workspace. You got 15% speed. That's very good. And we got the gear bomb. You've actually made a good amount of gear bomb. I'm pretty impressed with that. I want the statues. Wait, oh, we can't get a Masterworks dupe, can we? I'm surprised we're only really breaking even on power. Actually, I'm not that surprised. We have 6 dupes. That's so many for our current situation of tenuousness. You're grabbing all the iron from there now. Where are you going? You're grabbing water, right? Oh my god, can you imagine actually, like, doing this? Medical supply. Oh. Medical supply? Oh, for the gear bomb. Okay, that makes sense. So, the other thing is, right? We have a load of algae. So, what we could do if we need more water as well is we could set up algae terrariums. Generate a load of polluted water that way. Start heating up the map. We do need some water to get that started with. But if we did it over an ice glacier, we could do that. We have done that on previous runs, actually. There is the Rime Revenge run on YouTube where we did that prolifically. And that was very helpful to us. And the other thing is that would save power, which is actually relevant for us because the Bionic Dupes need so much power. And also, we actually, we kind of want to overpressurize the room, because we can make all of our dupes immune to popped eardrums. Actually, this definitely seems like a case where we should be doing algae terrariums. Because all of our dupes are going to have popped eardrums immunity soon, and then that's going to make it much more efficient for them to breathe in. Okay. That is something we can do. Problem is you need a water sieve to get that going. Really, because otherwise we're just going to have too much polluted water. We already kind of need a water sieve. This is something that's going to require a bit more research, but that is definitely probably the main play we make. Like, if we were continuing this, is we would get algae terrariums and we would use the polluted water to start melting all the ice on the map. Do they get yucky lungs? Yes, Bionic Dupes do get yucky lungs. And they get the yucky lungs whenever they breathe in polluted oxygen from their internal tanks. So you can no longer cheese yucky lungs with Bionic Dupes. You used to be able to do it, but not anymore. Right, you're now researching insulated tiles. That's going to take a while. Because we actually have to hook this up. Can we not reach the water anymore? Has something happened? No, we could reach the water. Oh, you're now doing the research supply. Okay, that's fine. Yep, okay, keep going. While we're waiting for that, let's actually just get the research for the little sculpture. Oh, an ice block. We can just make an ice block and not melt it, right? That's super easy. Or we can make an ice block and not carve it. I think the ice block on its own gives enough decor. Does it? Let's check. It gives plus 35 over 8 tiles, but I think that's when it's carved. If we look at the room overlay again, I think it still counts even though it doesn't give any decor because it is a decor building. Another Bionic Dupe. This one has a ranching booster. I think we're kind of pushing our luck now. You don't have construction. You don't need ranching. I think we're kind of running low on metal power banks now. I think we're actually going to leave it. Let's leave it. I don't want a low construction dupe. That just seems like a bad plan. But we were actually making everything. We're making the gear bomb. I kind of don't want you to keep making gear bomb forever so we can get some actual water in here. I'm going to set this to priority 5. Yeah, this is going alright. Is there... What else do I want to do, then, at the moment? We are just trying to do the research very slowly. We could keep exploring. Did we actually get up here? We did get up here. Okay, there's another geyser. Should we just go see what this geyser is? Let's do this. Oh, don't release the gum dioxide. Yeah, let's see what Sonia gets up to. While we're just waiting for this research. I am curious as to whether we're going to find any more really strong geysers. So we'll keep looking around. There's the teleporter. That's interesting. No, there's gas in here, so... Maybe we do that once everyone gets chilly surroundings immunity. Now, the funny thing is, I probably could actually just skill scrub everyone and get rid of the gear bomb penalty if we're actually at the point where we're consistently making gear bomb. The issue with that is, I think, we still need a better permanent water source. Because they're not really delivering the water there yet. Let's just keep picking them up. Your Gunk's melting as well, that's good. Liquid lock is staying nice and hot. We found... It's a water geyser! There we go. That's water. That's too hot. But, I mean, we can make it work. To be fair, this is gonna... We have insulated tiles. We're gonna have insulated tiles soon. Once we have that, we can just get this set up. And then I think we're actually done. Because I don't think there's any way we would fail at this point. Should we just build this? It's cooler than a steam vent. That's exactly it. And it will cool down on the environment and not be a massive pain. We'll just put a load of these in here for a change. Why not? Why not? Yes, I'm very happy about this. How spiky are you? You're not very spiky. That's fine. That's gonna be huge. Alright, what's the situation with you? Great Hall, missing decor building. They do oh, they have to carve it. They do have to carve it. Right, I know what we're doing. We're replacing this with a soldering station. And then we're getting a Masterworks booster. That's what we're doing. And at that point, we might as well have a load of ice sculptures in here, right? Yeah, that's what we should do. Because this is going to stay cold. I'm pretty happy with this now. Do the ceiling trims work? Yes, they would work. What do you... Why did I forget about this? Here you go. Have some corners. I still want to be fancy, though. A man can dream. Also, these should all technically be, granite, shouldn't they? Let's make them all out of granite. We gotta have the fancy thumbnail shot today to prove that we successfully did this. We have sufficient extra capacity to make a fancy room. That's worth bragging about. At least we actually made these out of granite. And then afterwards we'll seal this off once we've done the research. So... And we'll do something else. We're low on power banks now? What? Make more power banks then. Oh, you know what? Make this priority 5. Bit low on oxygen. It looks so good though, doesn't it? I think I'm going to tell you to stop exploring. Realistically, the only thing we can do with fighting now is a metal volcano. But, I mean, even then, I don't think you would necessarily need one. You would probably want to generate the heat from a metal refinery at some point. This feels very possible now. Wait, you're suffocating. You are. You're fine. Need to actually remember to fill up. Right. 1 Masterworks booster, please. So when we get to downtime, put downtime here. And then when we get to downtime, I'll set everyone to make some boosters again. I like how this base looks. This is definitely not our normal style, but I think it has a neat little aesthetic charm to it. I like it a lot. You got the view over to the other side of the mountain where we were originally going to build stuff. I'm really glad that we didn't do that. I'm very happy with this. Yeah, go ahead and have a power bank. Oh, I mean, the storage... You know what? Actually, this storage bin should go in here, shouldn't it? And then we could put the... We could put the sculpture here. That makes sense. Right, so you need to deliver water here. Is that actually happening? I feel like it is eventually happening. Stop very quickly. And I should remember we're consuming 720 kilojoules per cycle with 6 Bionic Dupes. Them having to go back and forth to the water is very annoying. Also, I probably do need to keep digging out more algae. Have we actually run out of algae over here? I think we have. There is more algae on the map. Just a few hard to reach spots. Well, actually, we could just go in here, couldn't we? Slime is all cold. I think we'll be alright. We're not going to continue this run after today, because I think we have definitely demonstrated that it's possible. We just don't need to actually commit all the time to doing it. At this point, I transition to a spawn with the water geyser. Yes, exactly. You would do that at some point. You're a bit low on power banks. Right, you're all here. I'm going to get you to make this booster. This is a very good use of your time, isn't it? Should be able to make this very quickly. Right. Perhaps we don't have the excess capacity to make all of the decorative stuff. Perhaps I'm starting to showboat a little. So that's going to be 6 microchips. That's not enough. They're actually going to need another one after this. You have enough power banks to go for another little cycle or so. I don't know, I'm not sure they're going to manage to build all of this. I probably should actually just have 2 Bionic Dupes doing this now as well, instead of getting them to all do it. Oh, you're on the ladder? That's funny. Thankfully, there's no one in here doing that. This does update eventually, it just takes a while. And they'll save the progress tool to the next one in case we need another booster. So, whatever. Right, that'll do. That's 8. So, let's get back to work. Do I just want to let this erupt? Because that warm water will go all the way down here. Oh, what? No, we don't want to let it erupt, because then all the dupes are going to get, like, soaking wet. That's definitely not what we want. Right, let's make this Masterworks booster. I want to see the ice sculptures. Pretty please. Who's suffocating? Gizmo, you're fine. We got 2 suffocators. Well, that's just because of the whole situation with the sleeping, right? I'm gonna tell you to stop dumping the gunk in here now. That's not important. We got more metal power banks. There you go. Never punished. Perhaps you just need the printing pod to behave. It really wasn't behaving last time, was it? I mean, it's never guaranteed to behave. You gonna go grab the power bank now, or are you gonna go do something else? Oh, we got skill points. Eduardo, you can have Pop Daedrum's immunity. We just need to get to the point where we can get chilly surroundings, immunity, and all the dupes. And then we can just do whatever we want. We can, like, open up all these other oxygen packets. We can start doing coal generators. At that point, the run isn't really constrained anymore. Yeah, have fun breathing this. I'm sure that's going to go really well for you. Yeah, you're eating the power bank. That's fine. How many microchips you got in here? You got 6. Yeah, build those crown moldings, ceiling moldings. Yeah, there you go. You got the Great Hall bonus now. That's good. 0 stress. Very reasonable situation for 0 stress, I'm sure. Oh, you're all doing this now. Okay. Well, you do all need the power banks. But yeah, if we could build a... If we could actually sculpt the ice blocks, that's like a huge flex. This does look very good though, doesn't it? Yeah, you've got a microchip. You've got some iron. Oh no, you had some algae. Fair enough. No pending deliveries. Am I just going to get you to make more microchips again then? Just for a little bit. Because, yeah, you two are just about ready. There you go. Sorted. If only there was drywall. Yeah. You kind of delivered a little bit of water here, but not a lot. I think we're probably at the point where we should realistically open this up and let it start just filling this. I think I will actually just go ahead and do that. And then we'll see what that looks like. And then we can pitch a pump a little bit. That can just go here. Is that alright? Actually, do that. And then dig this. The pitcher pump does actually work like this, by the way. Fooled me because you couldn't see any pipes. But it does actually work. Right, so Eduardo needs to come in here. Because he actually has the boost to do it. We didn't even print him. Oh, you're going for downtime now. No, you're not. You're just going to go build this thing. Oh, that's a default standard schedule. Hold on. Turn off the alarms for this, please. I just want to see the ice sculptures. If we can build the ice sculptures, I'll say that we definitely won this. Yeah, dig these, build this. And I think I'm just going to open this up now. And I think this will be fine. There's carbon dioxide in here. We still haven't released the carbon dioxide here. That's good. I'm gonna start priority dining these. Yeah, Sonia will come dig this out and get some water. Obviously, I don't want you climbing around in all the water. Obviously, this is a little hot. There you go. So now you can get water on demand. So now I can get water on demand. That means the supercomputer should work a lot better, and then this will heat up. And then we can get the insulated tile research. We've already done a little bit of the research. Yeah. Enjoy that gear bomb. I can't believe how well this has actually gone today. I was convinced I was going to, like, fail half an hour in and realize it was just impossible. But it actually definitely isn't. We definitely need someone to carve this, and it'll definitely be the dupe that doesn't have the other useful skills. There you go. So, who's taking this again? Eduardo. Oh, it is you. Yeah, good. We're running out of textures. Right. Priorities. You are having decorating. And then this could be priority 8. Now you're gonna go decorate, right? Oh, you've got the grinding gears penalty now? Do a lot of people have that, or is it just you? Looks like a couple of people do. So I'm glad we still kept that skill. Obviously, some gear balm is better than none. I don't think we're ever going to have, like, no gear balm. Or I don't think we're ever going to have all gear balm. It still seems pretty close. Yeah, it does. But, like, if we have the spare capacity to actually go ahead and, like, build some art, like, I'm confident we can keep playing the rest of this run. And provided we don't make massive mistakes, like, we should be able to get to a winning position. Especially because we have some good geysers. We have a natural gas geyser. We have a water geyser. Water geysers are so powerful. I think the main thing that would be kind of annoying is the oxygen situation. But frankly, I can even just open this up. We can get some more oxygen from here just for now. I'm not overly fussed about that yet. In fact, actually, maybe we are overly fussed about that, because then we can actually just make sure that we can, you know, breathe. We'll seal it up once it's all pumped out. But the other thing is, we've got the polluted water that we can off-gas as well. If I really wanted to, I could spread that out along the bottom for a bit we don't use and get a lot of oxygen that way. God, we're really getting the red rectangles today, aren't we? Is it because we're speed 3ing? I think it's because we're speed 3ing. That's weird. We did it. We got a not a funnel. Ceci n'est pas un entonnoir. Okay. Good. At least now we can actually get some advanced research done. It looks like a diffuser. Yeah, a little bit. That's true. Now, what ice sculpture will we have? I can also select some different things. Oh yeah, I forgot you could get the sweepy on these little statues. We never built these little statues. We got the ice sculpture. We got the sibling dynamics. We got the spigot seals. I love this one. This is good. We got the water cooler filled up. No, we haven't. Oh, we have. Great. Oh, I'm sure that's going to help you guys. I love how they get like a little zappy zap when they do that. I mean, obviously this isn't going to win any awards for like the fastest run, but stuff is definitely happening, and we have somehow managed to keep the vacuum the whole time. We got the little statue there. Got some cubes. And then what are we going to get for this ice block? Wait, you just did like a normal breathe instead of a Bionic Dupe breathe. That's kind of weird. Oh, you're not making these anymore. You do have to make these, sorry. Okay, we got the hatch. Okay, I think we're there then. I mean, obviously we can keep going if we really want, but I'm pretty confident you can do any Rime seed, because you can always find the dirt in the forest biomes. You can always find some algae in the jungle biomes to get started with. You will get gunk for making liquid locks with. But making the gunk and getting that going and getting the Abyssalite base room where you actually can have warm oxygen is key. The alternative is you just you just excavate any area and you keep it small enough that having chilly surroundings in the area doesn't matter. But the issue with that is you need to make sure the liquid lock is insulated enough to stay a liquid lock. That's actually very challenging. We had to reload because of it. So, I'm not really... I think you probably still want to at least have the liquid lock in the Abyssalite fully. And then put the batteries in it to heat it up. And then... yeah. And then the world's your oyster. I think you can just do it at that point. You do need to prioritize getting the gear bomb thing. Making sure that your dupes all have boosters is very important. Because the athletic penalties are harsh. And if you need enough athletics to sort it out. And then cooling loop through the liquid. Yes, we're going to heat it up and then we're going to cool it down. Now, well, basically what we've done here is we've got the big blob of brine. Well, there was a big blob of brine here that was absorbing more heat. There's some brine up. I don't know. It's fine, it's fine. Steam bed to delete heat, lol. Yeah, I guess. Just find a water geyser, that makes it pretty easy. Okay, I think we're done then. I think we proved that you could definitely colonize Rime without the starting biome. Yeah. This starting biome in Rime is much larger as well. I'm not sure whether that's a benefit or a cost. Because it does mean you can sort of scour a bit more of the surface for resources, but that's not guaranteed to pay off. So, yeah. I think that's it. I think that is it. Thanks very much for hanging out today. I'm glad we've had a bit more success today on what I thought was going to be a much harder setting. The next time we do this challenge, we're going to look at Iridio where it's super hot, because I think that's going to pose similar challenges with toasty surroundings. And I'm not sure the surrounding biomes are going to be as amenable to getting started. So I'll be very interested to see what happens there. But if you like what you've seen on Twitch today and you want to see more, feel free to follow me to get notifications when I go live. We stream 7:30 to 10:30-ish on British weekdays. I'll be back on Friday, where we're going to go back to Sourcastle Bust, and we're going to endure the Fullerene meteor shower for as long as we possibly can. And then we're going to pause that run for a little bit. And we're going to do some more short-term challenges, and we're going to play some other games. We're going to finish off Surviving Mars, and we're going to probably do a little bit of Victoria 3 on stream, because I'm keen to show you guys that game. Nobody's playing on Twitch. I like it. It'd be cool if you could put gear oil in the water coolers. That would be cool, actually. I like that idea. But yes, there's the YouTube channel as well. Thank you very much for your subscription, Lagbot, and for everything else. We're back to 10 subs. It's interesting. Ugh, we're halfway to the target of 20. That's not bad. Oh god, right. Where are we gonna go? Who are we gonna go raid? I don't know. Let's see. Not Shen. Probably. We could raid Shen. Shen's playing Rogue Galaxy. It's pretty fun. Oh, let's go raid Redneck. Yeah, let's go raid Redneck. What are the numbers again? 353? Yeah, there you go. Let's see what Redneck's up to. But take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your week. And the VOD for Terra will be up tomorrow. And the VOD for Rime. I'm going to delay the VOD for Rime, because I don't want to release these videos too quickly in a row. I want to release one like every week. But the VOD will go on YouTube fairly soon. Yeah, take care, everyone, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye for now.